Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning for most of my audience. I realize this is going to be a really inappropriate time for most people. It's 2:30 in the afternoon for me here in the UK, so that's going to be what, 11:30? No, 9:30. 9:30 on the East Coast, and those on the West Coast are probably still in bed, or maybe just getting up, just rising. But you can always catch this on the replay. So very impromptu. I thought I'd just hop on. Won't be a long live, but I haven't watched this video yet. So on Don Wells Family channel, whatever it's called, Don Wells Family Official channel, just released is a letter from Don Wells to Summer's kidnappers. So this is worthy of discussion, and we're going to go through it together and have a chat about it. I am doing a live later on today for members only. So if you're a member of the channel, then you'll see the link to that in the members only community section. That will be 8 p.m. UK time. So that's 3 p.m. Eastern. Still not great for those of you guys who work till like 5 or 6 p.m. But you know, I can't do really late lives for me over in the UK because you know, my brain would just die if I had to try to think things any later than 8 or 9 p.m. So we're going to go through this, and yeah, I'm not on camera because I am slowly melting. It's currently 37 degrees C. So that's high 90s. I think it might even be 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty hot. However, it's just starting to cool down. We've got a good breeze coming through, and I think that's going to blow away all the hotness and bring in some cooler temperatures. So I've got all my windows open, my curtains closed, my back door open, and I've got a good breeze coming through. So it's okay. It's not too bad. No, we don't have AC as standard in homes in the UK because we only get like 3 days of hot weather per year. So it's not worth it. Homes don't come with AC. We're usually complaining about gas prices because we have our heating on all the time usually. So no. Places like shopping malls and things like that, some shops have AC, but no, not as standard. It's not something that we need. However, if this is going to become a regular thing every summer, I don't think it is, but if it turns out that way, then I'm guessing that new houses will have inbuilt AC, you know, going forward. Anyway, let's have a chat about this letter. So I'm glad to like the stream already, not even started yet. Thank you, MZ76. That's very kind. Do pop a like. I don't normally kind of, you know, ask people to subscribe or like, and I know that's the YouTube thing to do, and we're meant to do that to get people to call to action, I think YouTube call it. But I always forget. But if you like the stream, it helps it in the algorithm. It helps other people see it and come in and whatever. So yeah, you might as well. It's free. So hi Matt, you're a member. So if you can make it to the members only live later on, then love to see you there. If not, then you can always catch that on the replay. Good morning from Kentucky. Sunny Suffolk. Presumably that's Suffolk. Yeah, Suffolk, UK. Good morning, Stacey. Good morning, Angie Baby. Jenny Rose. It's obviously not his handwriting. Oh, this is interesting. See, this is why I wanted to have a chat with you all, because have we got an example of Don Wells' handwriting that we could compare? That would be good. I am staying cool. I'm sweating a little bit, but we've all had, I say we all, but all 5 of us. So me and 4 dogs all had a cool shower this morning. Not all together. I only have a very small bathroom, so it's not together. My good gosh. No, one after another. And the dogs, I think the dogs appreciated it actually. But I think they're feeling it more than I am. Good morning, Purple AJ. It's so hot here. I know the letter is strange. I haven't seen it. I haven't. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you guys. I know some of you will have already looked at it. Greetings from Germany. 40 degrees all over the UK. It's like down south and on the east coast, it's 40. It's topped 40 in London. Today they've recorded 40.2 at one of the airports in London. So like over on the east, because I'm on the west coast, so over on the east I think it's hotter. So you guys in Germany will be your east of us. My son's over in Spain at the moment. He's on holiday. That's why I'm able to do lives when my son's in. My son's 19. When my son's in, he's a gamer, so he breaks the internet. There's no point trying to live stream when he's gaming. But he's away. He's in Spain. So I got a text message early this morning from him, from a very sunny looking beach overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. So I was pretty jealous, you know. But still, I think actually Spain's a little bit cooler than we are at the moment. So yeah, laughing at our weather reports. I know we're British. We laugh at our own weather reports. We really do. We really do. 110. Oof. 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 Right. Let's do no more weather talk. Let's get on with this. They're doing okay. They find cool places. So like in the kitchen, I've got like tiles, like stone tiles. So if they're sensible, they go and lie in there. But Cassie's not. Cassie needs to be in the same room as me at all times. So I'm normally upstairs. I live upstairs, and it's hotter upstairs, obviously, because hot air rises. So she was suffering a little bit. That's why I threw her in the shower this morning. But it is cooling down a little bit now, so she's doing okay. Not his handwriting. Right, let's get on to this. Now that we've got a few people in, let's get on to this. Heat wave in Canada. Right, I'm going to stop reading the weather-related chat now because there's so many. Train tracks buckled. Wow. See, we can't handle it. We can't handle it. You know, like imagine, like in Australia, the Middle East, Southern Europe, across the US, where they get hot. Do your train tracks buckle? You know, or do you just build things better, you know, inappropriately? I do have a fan in one of my bedrooms, like on the wall, but I've never used it. I've lived in this house for 10 years and never had need to even turn it on. So I don't turn it on because it's full of dust. I don't even know if it works. So nah, I'll be fine. I'm using the good old-fashioned nature of creating a draft through a house because there is a nice breeze. Okay, right. Less of the weather. Let's get on with this. Okay, so I'm going to play it and then I'm going to stop it at intervals to see what we think about it. And if there's an echo when I play it, then I'll just put some earbuds in. So if you just let me know. Did he dip a feather in ink? I don't know. You could imagine him in his cell with a little tub of ink, you know, scrawling. But there's several people who think this is not his handwriting. So that's very interesting. So if anybody's got a sample of Donwell's handwriting that we could compare, The narrating's awful. Oh dear, is it? Right, let's get going then. Just let me know if there's an echo, and I'll put earbuds in. Okay. Well, there's no sound on it yet, so I'll read this if I can. To the person or persons responsible for kidnapping something, have gave something Summer's heart, and taken her away. And this is awful. This is worse than my handwriting, and I've got really bad handwriting. Something love her very much, but just chances to become her life. What does this get read? I can't read this. Let's just play the video. Let me know if there's an echo now it's playing.
When we held the first media briefing on June 16th.
So I've had one report that there's no echo, so that's good.
Honestly, we expected to have good news to report by the time the next media briefing came around. At that time, no one expected that we would still be searching for Summer 1 year later.
To the person or persons responsible for kidnapping Summer, not only have you broken Summer's heart and taken her away from her mother and father, who love her very much, but you've ruined her chances to become educated, ruining her life. You've also broke the hearts of her father and mother and brothers, and in the midst of all the commotion, ruined our lives. You see, the public blames us. I don't know if we'll ever find employment again. Nobody will hire my wife, and I've been fired from a job I've had for 13 years. We may end up losing everything. When you took our little girl, you took our very lives. Why don't you give our little girl back before God's wrath descends on you? You've broken many hearts, and more, especially an innocent 5-year-old girl's heart. One day, God will hold you accountable for this crime unless you do something to make this right. Please, do the right thing and turn our daughter over to the authorities. We're begging you with all our hearts, please, do the right thing. Summer's father.
I'll play the rest of the video, but is that the sum total of the letter? Interesting. So I'm seeing in the chat that it's A.F. Pennington's voice. So did A.F. Pennington write this letter? Don't know. I need a sample. I need to listen to this again. I need to listen to this again. No way he wrote that. She is an adorable baby. She really is an adorable baby. It is strange. It is strange. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Yeah, nothing really. I mean, he said more heartfelt in the in if I can find it, a little clip that I played from the press interview that they had on WJHL back in June last year. That seemed more heartfelt to me. I just don't feel that this is that heartfelt. It feels nothing burger. Yeah, it feels not forced. I think forced is the wrong word. For me, it feels nothing, like nothing. Let's play the letter again. Let's play it through. Play it again.
When we held the first media briefing on June 16th, honestly, we expected to have good news to report by the time the next media briefing came around.
I've got to address this. Minnesota gal, the letter was sold to the Sun newspaper. How sad. Do we know that? Do we actually know that? The Sun's awful. The Sun is awful. I'm going to look up the Sun. The Sun. On Wells. Let's have a look. 9 hours ago. Oh. Let's have a look. I'll just stop this sharing. I'll get the Sun newspaper up here. This is interesting. Okay, so watch the video. They're not going to copyright strike me, are they? They might copyright strike.
Let's hear it for the quitters. Every day in the UK, more than 1,000.
They might copyright strike me. I don't know whether I want to play that or not. No, I won't play it. Let's just read the article. Heartfelt words. Major Summerwell's update after missing Tennessee girl's father shares harrowing letter from jail to people who took her. The father of a missing girl warned his daughter's captors to give his little girl back before God's wrath descends upon you. To be honest, I'm not surprised. Thank you for the $10, whoever that was. Bobby Cat, thank you so much for the $10. It's very kind of you. This God's wrath stuff doesn't surprise me. Now, somebody not familiar with the case, reading this completely unfamiliar with the case, would say, oh, yeah, that's, really heartfelt. He's wishing doom. He's wishing God's wrath. But we've heard that since day one, haven't we? I'll see her in the resurrection and all of the religious rhetoric that he puts out. We're used to that. We don't feel it, do we? We're so used to it. Major update. No, yeah, exactly. It isn't. Oh, hi, Cher. Thanks for that. Not a strike, but a claim. It won't harm your channel, though. Just takes ad revenue. I won't play it anyway. Just in case. I don't think I need to play it. I'll listen to it later. Anyway, let's read the rest of this article. Okay. Don Wells, whose daughter Summer went missing last June, pleaded with the person or persons responsible for kidnapping Summer in an open letter that he penned from jail. Please do the right thing and turn our daughter over to the authorities, he wrote in a letter, which was obtained by the Sun. We're begging you with all our hearts, please do the right thing. The letter was made public midnight Monday into Tuesday as part of a 6-minute narrated video while Wells remains in jail for a DUI arrest. It's one of a series of letters that he wrote. The next one will be addressed to Summer, who he believes is still alive. When asked how he's holding up, a family spokesperson, Tim Mullen, told the Sun, Don will say God. What? Don will say God, which is true. What? Don will say God, which is true. Weird. Not only have you broken Summer's heart and taken her away from her mother and father who loved her very much, but you've ruined her chances to become educated, ruining her life. Don's harrowing letter read. You have also broken the hearts of her father, mother, and brothers, and in the midst of all the commotion, all these ads, you have ruined our lives. You see, the public blames us. I don't know if we'll ever find employment again. Nobody will hire my wife, and I've been fired from a job I've had for 13 years. We may end up losing everything. When you took our little girl, you took our very lives. Why don't you presume let's bring our little girl back before God's wrath descends on you? Strong words, but nah. Thank you, Donna, for the $9.99 super sticker. Very kind. Jailhouse religion kicking in. It's his typical religion kicking in, isn't it? It's his typical religious hide behind religion. That's what it feels like, that Don hides behind religion. When he has something to express, he does it through religion, but he uses certain phrases, I've noticed, that he's probably learnt from Bible classes. Irony alert. Don weaponizes God's wrath without believing he'll ever be on the receiving end for all the crap he's done. Well, there you go, you see. Yeah, there you go. You see, it's interesting that Don, when Chris McDonough asked Don what he thought should happen to the people who took Summer, he said he didn't want to send them to prison. He didn't want to wish that upon anybody, his worst enemy. Prison's horrible. But yet he wished God's wrath on them. What's worse? I would imagine God's wrath is worse. I don't know. I've never experienced God's wrath, but I don't want to. And I'm not being flippant, but it's funny the way that he... Yeah, I mean, the abduction narrative, it's on my list of theories. It's on my list of theories. That's interesting. If they really have sold that letter, then there you go. That's where their income's going to come from. And they can sell the story, can't they? They can sell books. They can sell merch. They played the cards right, and harness social media. They could make a living off that. But I can understand why you might start thinking about, how you're going to live. If you can't get a job or you've lost your job, I can understand how that would be a concern. But putting that in a letter to Summer's kidnappers, you know, that surely that would be a private concern. You know, saying that you've broken all our hearts, I can buy that. But it just leaves a really bad taste, doesn't it? And I'm trying to be respectful of Don. I'm trying to be respectful, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling not just to say, this is just a farce. This is for money. If they really have sold this to the Sun. Exactly, Cher. Exactly. Tim's picked all the low budget bad new media, the Sun. Well, yeah. The Sun do pay for stuff like this, though. That's the thing. You know, the Sun has had so many scandals associated with it here in the UK. So many. It's a horrible, horrible newspaper. Well, if the Sun have agreed to pay for it, then yeah, the Sun does pay for stories. And it says obtained by the Sun. Yeah. We'll have to see if there's a whole series of these letters. Yay, press the like button. There's a whole series of these letters, you know, this may be one of several that are, in Beth's words, crap, crap, crap. AF Pennington, she has a YouTube channel. She does, I don't know whether she still makes videos. I haven't seen any of her videos pop up in my suggested videos for a long time, but she used to do really nicely edited videos. She's a good editor, and she kind of befriended the Wells a while ago. Don's handwriting can be seen in the letter he wrote on the 6-month anniversary of Summer's disappearance. Yeah, but do we know that's Don's handwriting? Oh, yeah. The Sun may have paid for the letters and probably may in the next 6 weeks see copyright claim on the letters. So creators probably get strike for showing them. That's a good point. That is a good point. It did indeed. You're right. You're right. It did indeed. Well, I'm going to play it one more time. I'll play the letter one more time. If I get copyright striked in a few weeks, then so be it. I've already played it once. I can always take this video down later. Yeah, exactly. He didn't lose his job because of Summer, did he? He lost his job because he's been in jail for the last, nearly 6 months, since February the 7th, for DUI and probation violation. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Brittany. That is nonsense. I got a $5 somewhere. Oh, I'm way down, way behind in the chat here. Thank you so much for the $5 Australian. They wouldn't have to pay for something that's on a public website as this is. I don't know. It's what the Sun does. So I can believe it. I can believe it. But who knows? Who knows? The Sun, they might not have paid for the letter, but they might have paid for a story that they're going to run. If there's a whole series of these letters due to come out, they might pay for a story. So that could be how they're doing it. So that although the letter's in the public domain, the story will be exclusive to the Sun. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, okay. A.F. Pennington has resumed videos on YouTube recently. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Laurie. Okay, let's play this letter one more time.
At that time, no one expected that we would still be searching for Summer 1 year later.
To the person or persons responsible for kidnapping Summer, not only have you broken Summer's heart and taken her away from her mother and father, who love her very much, but you've ruined her chances to become educated, ruining her life. You've also broke the hearts of her father and mother and brothers.
No, just in reference to this, took away from Don and her mother. No, it's definitely saying father. Definitely saying father and her mother. It's like talking in the third person. You've taken her away from her father and her mother. It's in the third person, but rather than me and her mother, if Don was writing this. Interesting, though.
And in the midst of all the commotion, ruined our lives. You see, the public blames us. I don't know if we'll ever find employment again. Nobody will hire my wife, and I've been fired from a job I've had for 13 years. We may end up losing everything. When you took our little girl, you took our very lives. Why don't you give our little girl back before God's wrath descends on you? You've broken many hearts, and more, especially an innocent 5-year-old girl's heart. One day, God will hold you accountable for this crime, unless you do something to make this right. Please, do the right thing and turn our daughter over to the authorities. We're begging you with all our hearts, please, do the right thing. Summer's father.
Quite common in cases of public interest, selling rights. Photos and video of Kaylee Anthony, the popular AM show, for 250k. Just saying. Yeah, they might be selling previously unseen photos, previously unseen videos of Summer to a newspaper, and this is just the lead-in. You know, saying this is, you know, harrowing. This is, you know, a revelation from Don. You know, Don's speaking from behind prison jail bars. So it could be, yeah, the Sun's leading up to something. The note in court was Don's handwriting. Huh. Let's see if we can find that. I know which note you mean. Tim gave permission on the blog to use them. Did he now? Let's have a look. Do you mean findsummerwells.com? Okay. Let's have a look. All right, let me share this as well. Okay, let's read this. Don Wells' letter to kidnappers. This letter to the person or persons responsible is from Don Wells, father of missing child Summer Moon Utah Wells, posted 7/19/20 to 12 a.m. This letter is from Don Wells, representing his own thoughts. Is written as he fulfills a season in jail for probation violation, which occurred after Summer disappeared from Don Wells' home. These are Mr. Wells' own words. There will soon be a letter from Mr. Wells to his daughter, Summer. To all media, this letter to the person or persons responsible is from Don Wells, father of missing child, Summer Moon Utah Wells, blah, blah, blah. Video and letter may be freely played, shared in full with no strikes against a content creator. It must remain in its full length. The letter is posted below. Okay, so I'll play the whole video through then. You know, the usual is that we can use other people's content, you know, clips for commentary, education, criticism, that, you know, that's the usual kind of copyright, you know, copyright waiver, so to speak. Crediting the source. Playing an entire video, though, from start to finish, usually doesn't go down too well with creators. So that's why when creators are talking through a video, they stop it at pauses so they can comment on it, you know, for commentary and education and criticism. But I'll play it through. This video and letter may be freely played, shared in full with no strikes against the content creator. It must remain in its full length. Okay, so I'll do exactly what the media manager wants me to do, and I'll play the whole thing through. And there's the whole letter. Okay, I'm going to save that. And then later on, I'm going to find that quote, that quote thing. I know which, can't remember whose comment it was now. Yeah, here we go, Ree's Place. The note in court was Don's handwriting. Right, I'm going to find that. I've probably got it saved somewhere in my files. I'm going to compare them. We have two examples of Candace's handwriting. Yeah, we do. We do. You're absolutely right, I see you. And that's definitely not Candace's handwriting. Okay, right. I'm going to play the video through from start to finish, as per the media manager's wishes, so I don't get a copyright strike. Here goes.
When we held the first media briefing on June 16th, honestly, we expected to have good news to report by the time the next media briefing came around. At that time, no one expected that we would still be searching for Summer 1 year later.
To the person or persons responsible for kidnapping Summer, not only have you broken Summer's heart and taken her away from her mother and father, who love her very much, but you've ruined her chances to become educated, ruining her life. You've also broke the hearts of her father and mother and brothers, and in the midst of all the commotion, ruined our lives. You see, the public blames us. I don't know if we'll ever find employment again. Nobody will hire my wife, and I've been fired from a job I've had for 13 years. We may end up losing everything. When you took our little girl, you took our very lives. Why don't you give our little girl back before God's wrath descends on you? You've broken many hearts, and more, especially an innocent 5-year-old girl's heart. One day, God will hold you accountable for this crime unless you do something to make this right. Please, do the right thing and turn our daughter over to the authorities. We're begging you with all our hearts, please, do the right thing. Summer's father.
And there you have it, guys. That's the whole video for the benefit of the Wells media manager. So I don't think it's fake as such. I want to know whether Don's actually written it, and if he hasn't written it, then did he, you know, give an idea of what he wanted to be written? So, don't know. Exactly. Yeah. You can see it coming. You absolutely can see it coming. I think what the good old media manager is doing is setting the stage. And isn't it interesting that yesterday Dr. Phil reran the Summer Wells episodes? Now, that might be a complete coincidence, an absolutely complete coincidence. But were they given prior knowledge? Were they given prior warning that there's going to be new media coming out, new stories coming out about Summer Wells? You know, and Dr. Phil's chosen to air the episodes again. There's a reason why they've been aired again. I mean, I know Dr. Phil does repeats and reruns and stuff, so it may be a complete coincidence, but I just find it interesting. Find it interesting that the Sun have got this story. The Sun are well known for paying for stories, embellishing stories. So no, the letter being in the public domain, they might not have bought the letter, but have they bought a story? So, where's Candace? Allegedly, she's in Tennessee. Don B got some footage. He was just happened to be driving along, and lo and behold, the Subaru pulled out kind of from the side and pulled in front of him. So, and it definitely looked like Candace's Subaru. I mean, different plates, but I think they changed the plates earlier this year, and it had the same sticker, the Jesus sticker in the back. So I think it was Candace's Subaru. So unless somebody else we couldn't see who was driving, unless somebody else was driving it, then she's in Tennessee. I feel a bit like that, to be honest. I wish I'd watched it. I wish I'd watched the video before I come live. Then I'd have been a little bit more like, yeah, I don't know how to feel. Like, the thing is, with Don, it's very easy. When Don speaks and he's not his drunken self and he's not his nasty self, you can see, I can see anyway, I can see some emotion in his face that you don't get with Candace. Like in the June 28th interview with Ansley Daniel from WJHL, you could see tears in his eyes. He wells up. Candace doesn't. You don't see that from Candace. Now, it might be that she hides her emotion and she internalizes her emotion. But you can kind of feel sorry for Don in a way. I've felt sorry for Don loads of times. But then he goes and does things like this, assuming this is Don, assuming this is actually Don. He does things like this, and you think this is false. This is a charade. This is not, it's not from his heart. And that really makes me feel, I know, it breaks me. That little video there of Summer on the Swing absolutely breaks me. I know, isn't it crazy that people all over the world, I mean, I'm 4,000 miles away almost from 110 Ben Hill Road. I'm just a shade under 4,000 miles. And I feel when I see Summer and hear her, your heart breaks a little bit more each time you see it. And she's captured people's hearts from all over the world. And you know what? I've said this in a video. I've said it a couple of times, I think, that my wish for Summer, you know, if she did come home and she was alive and there was a miracle, I would like Summer to have the opportunity to visit all of the countries and all of the people that loved her and looked for her and publicized her and you know, just to, I'd show around my world, and all of you guys could show around your world as well. You know, she could go to Australia, New Zealand, Germany, South Africa, Canada, all over the US. And she wouldn't have to pay a penny in hotel fees, would she? Because, you know, as a grown woman, she would have the whole world in front of her. So this letter is writing away that she's had her future stolen. But whatever happened to her, you know, whether it was an abduction, whether it's a freak accident that's been covered up, whatever reason it is that she's gone, and if she's no longer with us, then she's had her future stolen. She's been robbed. She's been robbed. So yeah, her family, if they've got nothing to do with it, if they are innocent, they've been robbed as well. But this should be front and center on Summer. It really should. I know, it does indeed. It does. And that's my view, that it does sound like Don. It does sound like Don. It does. Yeah. So if it isn't his handwriting, someone's written it for him, but it's, you know, he's maybe spoken it and someone's written it for him. I'm looking at the letter now. Of course it should, Mary. Should it have been more about Summer? It should have been all about Summer. I mean, yeah, a letter to Summer's kidnappers, you know, bring her home, please bring her home kind of message. It's interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Setting the stage for a story, a big story to come out about Summer. That the media will pay for. And you know, it's not a coincidence that this very letter talked about the lack of money, you know, the lack of employment. They can't get a job now. Something doesn't feel right. Exactly. It's tailored. That's a perfect word. Thank you, Lou. It's tailored. It's tailored towards a specific end goal. Yeah, I do. Yeah, exactly. What's he going to say when he's out? Oh. But if he's going to sell his story, he might be, he might get his wings clipped, because he'll be under some kind of confidentiality agreement until the story actually comes out. Was it only Summer's reruns in the UK? I don't know. I haven't watched it. I've just seen people talk about it and some links shared. So I don't know. I mean, Dr. Phil plays reruns all the time, you know, on his channel. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Dr. Phil's channel. Just Dr. Phil.
Today in an exclusive, we talk.
Let's have a look. I can't play these or else I will get copyright struck. Dr. Phil doesn't mess about, but I can show you Dr. Phil's YouTube channel. My back door's just slammed for some reason. Okay, look. This is his videos. 1 hour ago, they want answers on their missing daughter. 18 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 1 day ago. Look, 4 videos in the last 24 hours on Summer Wells. So the clips, they're not on his channel, they're not complete reruns. They're clips, they're replaying clips. I don't know whether the full, I don't know what network he's on. That is very interesting. I can't play any of them to see what clips they've chosen. I'll get copyright. I'll get copyrighted. So I can't do that. You're very welcome. Swing and scripture with Granny. That is a psychopath's way of controlling the narrative. I think it's to sell a story. I'm persuading myself. Now we're chatting, and this is why I wanted to come live. I wanted to get a feel for how this is, collective thought process going. Because it's very odd. Why now? Within 24 hours of Dr. Phil publicising the show, the Summer Wells show, all over his social media, the Sun newspaper's got it. I wonder if, let's try the Daily Mail, because they do rubbish stories as well. See if they've got it. Let's have a look. What would they have to type in? I'm on Mail Online. Stop share. Okay, this is the Mail Online. They buy silly stories. See if we can find Summer Wells on here. Maybe if I typed in Daily Mail Summer Wells. Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's last year. That's last year. 4th of February 22, 21. No. So the Daily Mail don't have it. So this does seem to be a story that's exclusive to the Sun. What else? Let's put Summer Wells news in. Summer Wells. So the Sun, WVLT, fate of reward money, still an ongoing issue. So no, it's exclusive to the Sun. So that leads me even further to believe that the Sun have bought a story. Yeah, exactly. Well, they're going to have to get the money from somewhere. If they really can't get a job, ever again, they can't get a job because Don's in jail. Candice can't get a job because she's behaved so badly. It's not because Summer's disappeared. I mean, look, you know, look at Michael Vaughan's parents, Brandy and Tyler. You know, they've continued to work. They've continued to hold it all together, despite criticism from social media. They've both got jobs. So can't blame Summer's kidnappers for not having a job and not being able to get a job. It's because they behave so badly. That's why they can't get a job. If any one of us had gone and done exactly the same on the internet, an employer probably wouldn't want to have anything to do with us. Not good for the brand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tim's behind this. Tim's definitely behind this. If you're watching this, Tim, well played, son, but we know what you're doing. Okay. Don B said he looked right at her at the red light and then recorded. Shall we I'll have a look at Don B's. I don't know whether he would mind me playing a little section of it. I don't think he'd mind me playing a little section of it. Let's have a look. Here we go. Candice Bly passes.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Okay. I'm sure most of you will have seen this. This is Don B. I'll post the link to this video in the chat so that you can go and watch the whole video afterwards. I'm just going to play a minute or two of it. There we go. That's the link to this video for Don B. Did I see a super chat there? I did. Thank you so much, Marjorie. $4.99 super sticker. If I've missed any more, I'll try and come back to them at the end. Not quite done with this live yet, but I'll try and come back to that at the end. Okay, let's just play a little bit of this. And I've looked at the Subaru from. Don't need the sound on. I've looked at the Subaru from old pictures, and I've took still screenshots from this video, and to me it definitely looks like the same vehicle. Different plates, but plates have been changed earlier this year, and here it is. So yeah, Don saw her, caught up to her. So if he had eyeballs on her at a light, and that's why he started recording, then that makes sense. Just put that on full screen. He does get closer to it. And then it turns off. And I think he speculates on where she might be living. He's not stalking her. He just happened to be driving along, and lo and behold, she pulled in front of him. I'd have put my foot down. I'd have floored it to catch up to her. Yeah, they can, because they're not convicted of anything. So yeah, of course they can. They can sell the story. That's true. She is. But there's more companies hiring than just Walmart, though, isn't there? Here we go. This is where I took the plate screenshot from when he pulls up to her right here. You can see the plate very clearly. But you can also see that in the corner there, if you zoom in, that's the Jesus sticker. Don't know what it says, Jesus something. But yeah, so there you go. So I believe that's Candice. Or at least Candice's Subaru. I'm not sure he could pass her, to be honest. She seemed to be going at a fair speed. Might not have been safe to pass her. Yeah. Oh, I nearly put you in timeout then, Barb. Nearly. I was a bit zealous when I pressed the pressed your comment, and the put user in timeout thing came up. Yeah, she's banned from Walmart for being abusive. She's banned for life for being abusive. But mind you, that story did come from Ali. So I don't know if we've got actual proof, actual evidence that she's banned. Oops. Dropping things off my desk again. Always dropping things off my desk. Oh, I've got a 2-litre bottle of water in front of me. Yeah, that story does ring a bell. I think if I played the whole video, we'd get that story. But yeah, I think he saw her and then started recording, and then she pulled in front of him, as we saw. So exactly, Curious Cat. If she cleaned up her act and was sober, she could find employment. You know, she can drywall, right? Can't she? She helps Don drywalling. You know, she's still relatively young. She's only 40. She just turned 40. She's loads of jobs she could do that are not front facing. You know, you wouldn't probably want, if you were a company, you probably wouldn't want Candice like representing you on the shop floor, or, you know, in a store or on the phone. But a construction site, come on, what can go wrong? Right? Construction, she can do labor. There's loads of jobs she could do. Right? So, yeah. It is nonsense. I like Don B as well. I think he's funny. Shout out to Don B. Shout out to Don B. They are. Yeah. It's the same sticker. I don't know whether I compared them. I put them both together. I might not have saved it. I think I just did it for my own. No, I've not got it in my files. I put them both, like, I took a screenshot of Candice, the vehicle from just a video, and then I took the screenshot from Don B's video. It's exactly the same sticker. It says Jesus, and then the rest of the text is too difficult to read. But it's saying exactly the same place and exactly the same sticker. So it's possible that two people are driving about East Tennessee in a red Subaru with a Jesus sticker in exactly the same place on the back window. But it's unlikely. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. We're here for summer. Exactly. Yeah. She could do Uber Eats or DoorDash. Can you imagine? She'd put you off your food, wouldn't she? You know, she'd just throw it at you or something. But she absolutely could, yeah. She absolutely could. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It was Dudley that brought that story out. Dudley made a number of claims that weren't true. Maybe he thought that it had been reported, but no, it hasn't been. So there you go. And I'm open. You know, I'm open to the possibility that they are innocent, but they make it very difficult to believe that they're innocent. This is the thing. They make it very difficult to believe that, just by some of the stunts they've pulled. But they could be. And if they are, then once Don comes out of jail, they need to get their life in order. They need to get mental health support. They need to get addiction support. Don's going to rehab, so he's got a head start, and they need to clean their lives up. And if they clean their lives up and show people that they're, you know, they're going to fight this, they're not going to let their daughter's disappearance break them as a family. You know, we've all had bad things happen to us, right? And you just have to put one foot in front of another and keep going. And yeah, it's easier said than done, but I've been there and done it. So, you know, you've got to. And they could as well. They could as well. Yeah, delivering packages. She could indeed. Yeah, she was. She was helping Don. She was. Yeah. I wouldn't say that I'm enjoying it. I'm very pleased to say that it's cooling down a little bit now. Here. Yay, you caught a live. And there's another live later on today for you members, if you can make it, Susanna. The link to it is in the members only community. 8 p.m. UK time. And we're looking at Rose Bly. Another weather report. I know. I can't help it. I cannot help it. Okay. What was the other thing I said I was going to do? Oh, yeah. Look for see if there's any other super chats that I've missed. I'll see if YouTube will let me do that now. Just go into my studio here. Never know how to do this. Oh, no, it's taking me to YouTube help. That's not what I want. Okay, so let me just see. So Marjorie, Boho, Peggy, I don't think I acknowledge yours. I don't remember. Thank you so much for the $20. Becca, did I acknowledge yours? It's $5 Canadian. Lee, they wouldn't have to pay for something that. Oh yeah, I've acknowledged those. So I think I've got the rest, but I do apologise if I have missed any. I do apologise. I don't think I have. Might just have missed that one. But I appreciate it so much that you're prepared to spend time with me, but also that you're prepared to throw me a few dollars. It's very kind of you all. Yes, that's right. That's what I've been told too. I think it was January they got new plates or something. Can you imagine if you pulled up to a drive-through, you know, at Mackey's or something, and it was Candice? Can you imagine? She'd throw your food. She'd throw the food at you, wouldn't she? But the point is, though, there are jobs that she could do. That's the point. And once Don gets out of jail, there's also jobs he can do, right? He can still do drywalling. Just because he's lost his job at Tucker Drywall because he's been to jail, not because Summer disappeared, not because of kidnappers, but because he went to jail. Just because he's lost that one job doesn't mean to say that he's lost his entire skill of drywalling. He's still a drywaller. He just needs to get some new jobs. But no, let's sell our story. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sell our story. We're going to, you know, use a dirty rag like the Sun newspaper and sell our story. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. There was a grand jury in April. There was a grand jury recently. I think the next grand jury is September. But I wouldn't hold your breath. To be honest. Carnival, yeah. Don and Candice could join the carnival. Absolutely. No, I'm not ridiculing her looks. I'm not. I don't think she's that bad looking. You know, when she smiles and she's pleasant. No, it's not about mocking her looks. It's about just their attitude. You know, that's the issue. You should sort out her attitude. And that could well be. Absolutely. Everybody's innocent. I've got a video titled exactly that. What if everyone is innocent? It's on the table that she's wandered off, got lost, and for whatever reason, she hasn't been found. She's fallen in a ravine, or for whatever reason, she wandered that bit too far out of the search area, and she's still there somewhere, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, G. Oh, happy heavenly birthday. 22 years old. Anyway, I wonder if Candice recognised Don B. I don't know. Don't know. I am going to do exactly that. I'm going to be comparing handwriting. I'm going to find Don's handwriting and I'm going to compare them just for my own peace of mind. I've got a new member somewhere. I'll get to it in a sec. Someone claimed she did some work on the basement, probably just hearsay. Yeah, she did. She did start working on the house. She did. She can drywall. Can you pull up the letter Don wrote earlier? I played it. I played the video numerous times, and I had the letter on from findsummerwells.com. I can pull it up again if you want. But if you rewind, then you'll see it. Okay. Don Wells' letter to kidnappers. Here we go. All right, here's the letter. There we go. That's the letter. Oh, thank you, Batgirl. It's very kind. Hit that like button. Thank you for modding for me, Miss Leah. I'll appoint some more mods soon, so you're not on your own. You're doing all the work here. We can share the load, I think, a little bit. Point a few more mods. How's the weather over there? Don't ask. Don't get me going about the weather again. Oh, dear. Where's that new member? New member popped in. There we go. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Very kind. No, I don't think it's. You don't think you can have too much empathy, Sandy. I have empathy for Candice, I do. But she's her own worst enemy. That's the problem. That she has skills, right? She could just clean up her act. And I don't mean clean up her body or her face. I mean clean up her act. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you've had, trauma happen. But support's out there. And you've got to put your best foot forward, and you've just got to carry on. And life is hard. And I think if she did that, she'd realize she does have skills, and she doesn't have to live the life she's been living. She can clean up her act and, make her kids proud of her in the future, rather than, going down the road she's been going down. That's an interesting point. What if they don't get a job, though? That's the thing, I mean, over here, if your kid gets taken into care, I don't think the parent has to pay over here. I don't know, because it's never happened to me, but interesting though. Like, who knows? Can I do more lies to crazy Americans who want to pick your brain? Yeah, I can try. I've said this in the past though. I've said, yeah, I've got to come live more often. I've got to come live more often. And then I don't. The reason why I don't really do lives much is I prefer recording videos, to be honest. But when my son's in, he's gaming, then my internet is awful. So I have to plan a live in advance around my son's whereabouts. I have to make sure I do it when he's not in. Now he works and he goes to uni, but you know, it's the summer and he's not been to uni, and usually when he's at uni or he's working, it's not a time I'm ready to go live at. So it's just like working around like my rubbish internet. So it puts me off. But my son's on holidays in Spain this week. So I've got the internet all to myself until next Monday. So you may well see me live again later on in the week. Yeah, the sun, unfortunately, the sun is all over the place. But it's a British newspaper. It's horrible, awful. Like some of the clean up a character, exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, she is. She's emotionally mature. She needs support. But there's still jobs she can do. Simple as that. Allegedly, she's in Tennessee somewhere. Exactly where she is, I don't know. And I don't care, to be honest. You know, I don't really care where she is. Thank you for becoming a member, Nancy in TN. Yeah, she is. But we all are. You know, it's a reason why she is like she is. But if it's affecting her life that bad, then she needs to deal with it and get some support. And that sounds horrible, but it's not. It's a fact. They can absolutely turn things around. Absolutely turn things around. There's so much addiction support out there. He's a finisher, Catnip. He's a drywall finisher. Oh, okay. It's a token amount similar to victims' constitution. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, he's in Mallorca. I got a text message from him early this morning from a beach overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. I was a little bit jealous. It's cooled down. It got to 37 earlier on, about 2 p.m. It was 37. Now it feels cooler now. Like the wind is coming through. I think because I'm west, I think we're going to get the cooler wind coming in sooner than you guys over on the wrong side of the hills. Yeah, it's hard. However, this is a year down the line and life doesn't stop. When trauma happens, life does not stop. You have to put one foot in front of another. And I know if you've got an addiction or you've got a mental health problem, then it's easier said than done. but it's either put one foot in front of another, get support, and try to make something better for your life and to make your children proud of you, or it's descend into even worse addiction and a spiral downwards. What is it going to be? There's two choices. Those are the only choices. So I know. Thank you. Thank you. It's not a channel that I watch. I think I know which video you're talking about, though. Are you talking about that clip where he says that Summer OD'd when she was 3? If that's the clip you're talking about, I don't believe it. I absolutely do not believe it. Andrew has said so many ridiculous things. I do not believe it at all. I think he just makes things up as he goes along. Thank you, Star Winters, for becoming a member. Love Mallorca. I've never been to Spain. The rest of my family are way more travelled or enjoy travelling than I do. No, we don't have aircon as standard in British homes, Amy, because we only get like 3 days of summer every year. We only get like 3 days of heat every year, if that. So no, it's not something that we have. We're doing like shopping malls and things like that. They might not act like a neurotypical person. They have emotion, though. They might not display it in the way a neurotypical person would. But we don't know that any of the Wells or Candice are on the spectrum. We don't know that. We don't know that. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks all for tuning in and stuff. Oof, already 86. Mommy of hamsters. 86, not even 11 a.m. It's pretty hot. Pretty hot. It's always winter in England. It's usually raining in England. That's the thing. It's usually raining. It rains for months and months and months on end. Hit the like button. Thank you, Miss Leah. Okay, right. I'm going to call it a day. For members, in 4 hours' time, 8 p.m. UK time, channel members, including you guys who've just joined as channel members, there's a members only live, and we're going to look at the disappearance of Rosemarie Bly. So until then, for you guys, I'll see you very soon. The rest of you, there'll be a video out as normal tomorrow. Please go and check out the video that I posted about an hour before I went live. It's a Dylan Rounds update, so please go and check that out if you're interested in the Dylan Rounds case. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys.